Business on 970 WFLA. These three business owners will teach you how to work to live it up, not live to work. Now sit back, grab a cold one if you have one, and get ready for some serious business talk with three hilariously serious business owners. Now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Coto.
Hey, Tampa Bay, welcome back to the Business Happy Hour with Frank, Ryan, and Doug. We're having a great time in here with a special guest, a repeat guest, Erica Diangelo from Diangelo Law. How you doing, Erica?
Good. How are you guys today?
Doing good. Having a great time. It's Friday for us. We're on the Facebook Live, on the YouTube, all crazy stuff like that. And you might be listening to us on Sunday morning on 970. If you are, good morning. Lots of interesting news. We're going to be talking about what's going on right now today in politics in just a minute, and getting with Erica about some specials that her law firm is going to be running for 2018. And, of course, we might have a dissenting viewpoint or two from our buddy Doug Ford. How we doing, Doug?
Good. How are you?
It wouldn't be right without you, man.
Yeah, everything is now my daughter's finally home, so everything is back to normal.
That's right. Let's talk about some good news here. Everything's good with the arm and the infection.
Well, she still has a cast, but that's pretty normal.
Saw some pictures of that. It's a big one too. Yeah, goes all the way up the arm there.
Yeah,
that's always fun.
She's crazy as always.
Oh, man.
Good, man. That's awesome.
Have your kids broken any bones, Ryan?
No, the worst thing that happened to mine was Paige. She cut her forehead.
Oh, yeah, on the tailgate or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
that was pretty. That was enough.
That was a gaping wound.
Yeah, I'm good.
A gaping wound.
Good with that. No more.
Trust me, you don't want to sleep in the hospital for a week.
Have you broken bones? Because you've been in an accident.
Oh yeah.
How about you? You broken bones?
Just my nose about 30 times.
Yeah, I was.
No wonder why it's so crooked. I mean, what the
I know you guys are really envious of my nose.
Ryan is not a crooked individual.
What
but his
kind of
nose might
job would you get? I want to look like Ryan Pelky.
Yeah, right. They're like, we'll fix it, but he has to get broken 31 times to fix it.
You know. Speaking of that, I was watching a show the other day, and I couldn't figure. I was like, who the heck is this actress? And it turns out that she had so much plastic surgery that I literally couldn't. I did not recognize her. So the girl, the one from Jerry Maguire.
Oh, yeah.
What's her name? Jerry Maguire.
The one that you had me from Hello?
Yes. Renee Zellweger?
Renee Zellweger. Look her up right now. Current picture,
Nothing.
Unrecognizable.
Wow.
Good or bad?
I think she looks aged, personally, but she looks completely different from all the surgeries she's had.
I saw someone yesterday. She wants to look like Angelina Jolie, so she had over 50 plastic surgeries, and she doesn't even look like a human. She looks like a doll.
Oh, my God.
Case in point, look at Michael
like
Jackson.
a wooden doll.
Have you seen that Barbie woman?
No.
There's a woman
Yeah.
who calls herself Barbie Lady. It's the weirdest thing. She looks like plastic, literally. It's kind of
No, I don't know why people do that to themselves. So I'm rocking my bent nose for the rest of my life. And you know what? I don't even care about it. It'll be my luck that I'll go through the surgery and then I'll break my nose the next week.
Yes, or get broken. Who knows? Most of Ryan's nose breakings occurred in college, just FYI. So.
Or before college.
Before.
Yeah, one sense.
I might have witnessed one. So you guys don't know who we are. I had an improper introduction. I'm Frank Coto, president of Lincoln Lending Group and 813 Mortgage. We have a new website, by the way, 813mortgage.com. Brings you right to a quick and easy 4-minute application. And as always, everything's free, application processing, underwriting. And Ryan, the president of 813 Plumber, well, Tampa Bay Plumbers.
Yep.
But 813 Plumber was my motivation for my 813 Mortgage setup. Anything interesting over there?
Oh, my God, tons of interesting stuff. I'm doing this water main job right now, and I bought a drill to horizontally drill underground to install pipes without digging. And so far, all we've managed to do with this thing is break one thing after another. So, and it culminated yesterday when we hit an 8-inch fire main. So we clipped the fire main, and water starts coming out of the ground naturally, and I knew what we did. And so I'm get on my little buggy, my little Kubota buggy, and I'm driving over to get my tools to shut the water off. And by the time I get back to the intersection where the break occurred, water was really pouring out of the ground. So I'm like, I had to shut the intersection down. We got trucks flying in there, literally temporarily closing an intersection.
Is that legal? Can you do that?
Oh,
you guys
can do whatever you want.
They had permits, I'm sure, to do all that.
So we closed the intersection down. By the time I got back from shutting the water off, I got it with my excavator, went over there and tapped the concrete, and whoa, a hole the size of this table opened up.
It's a large table.
Giant sinkhole. I mean, not really a sinkhole. It's just more of a washout than
Well, it's
anything
just sand all below it. So
yeah,
it
all
just,
the sand that was underground, under the road, got blown out.
Oh,
so
my God.
that was when I decided I'm going to sell the drill.
Tampa Bay Plumbers no longer drills.
No, we're going to subcontract that.
no
stuff
more
out.
drilling jobs for sure.
Yeah, so I'm going to probably take a $20,000 hit on the equipment and move on in life.
But in our next segment, we're going to talk about how that hit might just get taken care of
Yes.
by a certain tax reform bill.
Yes, sir.
But before that, let's talk about 888-888-ROOF here with Doug Ford, the owner of Suncoast Roofing Solutions. You guys got to be busy, right?
Yeah, I mean, we have jobs right now lined until February, and then we have obviously more jobs in the pipeline coming up every day.
Man. And now, is that because of all the new construction going on? Or is
No,
that,
we don't really focus on new construction.
Okay.
Mainly re-roofs and the higher end market, but
So is it because of the economy? Is it because people have money to replace roofs right now? And
I think it's a lot of everything. So we had
Remodeling?
a big year with rain,
Yeah.
hurricanes.
Big year with rain.
Well, I mean, that's what happens with us when it rains.
Rain was big this year.
when
guys.
it
Fingers
rains, it
crossed.
pours.
Well, that people ask me, they're like, "So do you pray for hurricanes?" I'm like, "Absolutely not. Like, I'd rather
Just
have
the rain.
just rain every day for about 3-4 months, and that'll keep me busy all year."
So
So-
do you do a rain dance?
No, definitely not. But last year, I had thought about trying to get like Indian and doing a rain dance because we had such an awful
Doug,
winter
it's
last year.
Native American.
That's extremely
Native
racist.
American, Doug.
Sorry.
They have an
So
attorney in
racist.
the room,
I'm
okay?
surprised that our Democrat here on the show would go there.
Democrat.
No, he is our left-wing conservative. Left-wing conservative.
All
yes.
right, that's better.
Yes,
That's better.
you guys
I
are
guess
awful.
Democrats
You guys are
Democrats
awful.
kind of a slur now, isn't it?
Democrats a slur as well.
just because I don't agree with you.
The racism is rampant.
But
today.
last year we didn't have rain for like 6-7 months, so I was like, man, maybe we need to try to do a rain dance.
Man.
But we never did it, and obviously we had a good year anyways.
Wait, that is amazing. Now, how about you, Erica? What affects your business? Is it rain? Is it plumbing problems? Is it low interest rates, or none of the above?
Actually, the hurricanes affect our business too.
Positively, or
Well, yeah.
so? Did you hire a Native American to pray for hurricanes?
No, I did not.
Who does the hurricanes? Is it like the Dominicans or something, or like do they?
I don't think anyone wants to pray
separate
for
tribe.
hurricanes.
Yeah, it's a different tribe, totally different tribe.
Well, we're already protected by the Indians over here in Tampa Bay and Sarasota.
That's true.
why
Well,
the
it's funny.
hurricanes
They
haven't
actually
gotten
say
us.
that the Tampa Bay area is deemed sacred land from the Native Americans because this area very rarely gets hit by hurricanes. Where
It's like
it's located.
1920 was the last one.
I think it's earlier
last
than
major.
that.
Yeah.
But regardless, because where we're located, such inland in the state, when it comes north, it hits Sarasota before it gets us. So, and then what it'd have to do, it'd have to go into the Gulf and make a right-hand hook and hit us perfectly.
That's a good point, Eric.
That's what I've been saying for years.
So that's actually true. You know what she says is
Yeah.
true.
That's interesting. So we really are blessed, and of course the Seminoles they have a little stake here. So I guarantee when that hurricane's coming, they've got the headdresses on, and they're like, "No way, not our casino." But I don't know. What about Miami? They get clobbered all the time, and they've got
clobbered.
the Indians. But that's
You know what's
I mean, the
crazy?
Native
Did you know all of Miami? They're with permitting and stuff. They're making everything 10 feet higher.
Really?
They should.
The entire city,
They're making them build up now.
everything. And their whole because they're looking at obviously the rise of the water. They're
Yep.
looking at when they have hurricanes.
It's a no-brainer. I mean,
global
come on.
swarming.
Yeah, well, regardless, the entire city is going up 10 feet in the next 15, 20 years.
All right. All right.
You would think everything on A1A would do that.
You would think
know?
anything on the water in Florida would do that.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
Well, a lot of places. I mean, like Hudson and all those. You got to build up anything that's on the
But
water.
I mean,
over
if
here.
we had the hurricane hit in Tampa Bay, like it was predicted to hit, this studio would be 10 feet, 20 feet underwater,
Oh,
10
there's
feet
no
underwater
question.
at least.
There's no question. All of South Tampa. I mean, South Tampa, if it's light rain, is underwater
Yeah.
anyway. But that's the drainage, right, Ryan?
yeah. That's
Terrible,
the storm drainage
storm
problems.
drainage.
Yep.
We need to have Rick Baker back on.
Man,
Have Rick talk. Talk
still a
to us
little sore
this.
about that loss.
We are
Very
a little-
sore.
Very, very sore. So, Eric, I don't know. We were big. If you knew, we're big supporters of Rick Baker, the mayoral candidate, former mayor of St. Pete, and he came on the show a bunch of times. We were trying to help get him in office. Just didn't work. So we're going to be pushing, though. We're going to be pushing. We have another good candidate friend right now is Bob White,
Yep.
running
Love
for
Bob.
governor. Yep. So we're trying to get Bob in right now.
He's got a tough road to pull, man, with all that money flowing into those other candidates. That Putnam guy, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
millions and millions and
It's
millions
crazy.
of private money of what do you call it? Hidden donations,
Dark money or what do you call
dark
it?
money. Yeah,
Dark money. That's right.
Yep.
So Putnam has a county named after him. His family goes back way, way back. What if there was a white county? I'm just saying, would that be allowed in today?
I can promise you it would be renamed right now.
It would be renamed.
It would be renamed. In this day and age, it would be either removed or renamed.
I just had to go along the whole racism overtone of the show right now. Using words like Indian. My gosh. Yeah. The funniest, I told a story before. My wife looking for a Halloween costume, and she was going to be like a Pocahontas, and a funny story of that. And we were looking for a costume. I kept searching like Indian costume, and you cannot find it under Indian costume
because of Google.
Right. Because finally we figured out it was.
Really?
Dead serious. You cannot look up Indian costume.
Is Indian like a bad word or something?
Apparently.
Yeah, it's a slur.
It's a
straight up slur. That's why. That's
like when he called you Democrat.
Yeah.
Now that one's way worse, man. That's way worse than all those words.
I think it was hilarious when Trump called out the Pocahontas thing at the what was that?
It was the Navajos, the radio guys. What do they call them? The sky. They had the code. They used the Navajo.
That's right.
Yep. What do they call it?
Wind
talkers.
So growing up in D.C., we have the Washington Redskins. They've been trying to change those advocates have been trying to change that name for like 30, 20 years. The funny thing is that Native Americans
support them.
Don't really care.
No.
They're like, why do we care about what its name?
Doesn't
it's
matter.
so silly.
But hey, that's the city or that's the country we live in right now. So good or bad, that's where we are. We're going to take a break in just a minute. We'll be back with Erica Diangelo. And don't forget, if you guys need any business assistance, we're going to talk more, but go to DiangeloLaw.com. Remember, it's DIANGELO law.com. The phone number, if you can't take down the web, is 813-551-2484. 813-551-2484. Erica Diangelo. When we get back, we're going to talk about our not-so-good buddy Matt Lauer, bring that up, and an exciting tax reform and talk about how it affects small businesses. There's 4 of us in the room, so listen to the Business Happy Hour. We'll be back in just a minute.
Hi, I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. Thank you for choosing us for all of your plumbing, septic, and water treatment needs. What makes us different at TampaBay Plumbers is that we're a local full-service plumbing contractor that can handle any project, large or small, including curtain-place pipelining, septic installations, and various water treatment products. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or 24/7 by phone at 813-PLUMBER. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you. This is Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. At some point, we've all had to have a drain line snaked out. This typically involves running a steel cable through the drain line in an effort to clear a blockage. This often leaves a film of scale or buildup on the inside of the pipe with a hole in the middle. The only way to properly descale a drain line is to perform a hydrojet service. We use equipment that essentially pressure washes the inside of the pipe, leaving your drain lines free and clear. The 2 symptoms of a sewer backup are foul odors and slow-moving drains. If you are experiencing either of these, contact us at tampaplumber.net or 813-PLUMBER. My name is Ryan, and I'm the production manager for TampaBay Plumbers, your one-stop shop for all of your plumbing and septic needs. We pride ourselves on building the reputation as the best plumbing and septic company in the Tampa Bay area. But don't take it from me. Look us up on Google and you will see that we have a 4.8 star rating with over 100 reviews. We also have multiple awards and recognition from multiple online review sites such as Angie's List, Yelp, and Facebook. We do everything plumbing and septic, from residential to commercial, new construction to service. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER. I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. As a plumbing and septic company with over 100 years of combined experience, we know how frustrating a sewer backup can be. That is why we pride ourselves on being able to identify the cause of a problem before a backup ever happens. One of the tools we use to identify a problem in the sewer system is a video inspection camera. This camera runs through the drain line and is able to identify and locate any problems in the sewer system on a live feed. We then take that information from the live feed and are able to provide a recommendation on how to best fix the problem, oftentimes without the use of any excavation. If you are experiencing any problems with your sewer system, you can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER.
Hi,
Hi, I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers, and welcome to our website. So what's different about TampaBay Plumbers? Everything is different about us. Our company does literally everything that involves plumbing, water, drainage, sewer, septic. We handle it from A to Z, which is completely different than just about every company in town. If you call a plumber, they don't do septic necessarily. Definitely if you call a septic contractor, they don't do plumbing. In addition to doing a very wide scope of services, we do them extremely well. And the reason why is our process and our people. We have spent many years perfecting our craft, and we've also spent many years finding the best people to operate our system. And we have by far the best plumbers in town. I will put my guys up against any companies, anywhere, anytime, any place. And that's just evidence in the type of quality work that we put out. Go online, look at our reviews on Google, look at our reviews on Angie's List. No one else is as highly rated as us unless they're putting bogus reviews up. But our company takes a lot of pride in what we do on a daily basis, and we hope that you give us a chance. Again, I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. Thanks a lot for visiting our site.
You have been listening to the Business Happy Hour with Frank Coto, Ryan Pelky, and Doug Ford. Now, back to the show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Business Happy Hour. Having a good time on the first segment. We're chatting with Erica on the break about tax reform. Tax reform. Now, we are all small business owners in this room. We all have subchapter S corporations. And if you're watching us live, it's Friday right now. And we've been keeping an eye on the news ticker above us. And it just said that they do have the votes now to pass tax reform, which will be the biggest tax reform package in the history of the United States, and probably could be the biggest accomplishment Trump might do in his entire presidency, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But the questions were coming up. Erica is an incredible small business attorney, and she was telling us how she just made some changes recently with her corporation. So now you're an S Corp, correct?
Yeah.
And we said we were going to go ahead and kind of give you some education on that as to how the tax reform could impact you. Of course, guys, interrupt me. We're all businessmen here, but the way it is now is the maximum tax bracket for an S Corp. And if you don't know what an S Corp is, it's a subchapter S corporation. The majority of small businesses would be on that. It basically creates an entity outside of you personally. So you could be a sole proprietor, you could be an LLC, you could be an S Corp, a C Corp, a partnership.
It's a corporation taxed like an LLC.
Bingo. It's corporation taxed like an LLC. So the company has its own entity. They file their own tax returns. But any money left in the corporation, okay, so let's say your company makes $1 million, and after all your expenses, you have $300,000 left in the business that has not been spent. That will go to you as a K-1, and that K-1 will be taxed at that S Corp rate. And currently, the highest bracket is 35%, right, Ryan?
39.6%.
Oh, see, I'm off. 39. Oh my, really? 39%?
39.6.
That's the federal rate.
That's the top tier for a personal income. So the K1 is basically your personal income.
Right.
That's what you're taxed at that. So depending on what tax bracket you fall into will determine the actual rate. The new law, the new code is going to, I haven't even seen what you guys were talking about, between 20 and 22.
20 and 22 is what they're
That's
saying.
absolutely phenomenal. So any pass-through income, like a K1, would be taxed at that much lower rate.
So any of the profit, basically, for the building the business that was not spent
or already distributed.
So we're talking, a 15 to possibly 19 or 13 to 19% swing in the taxes.
If you were making $425,000,
but that's if your salary is getting taxed at 39.6.
If you make that much money.
If you make that much money.
Right.
And then your K1 at the end of the year, if you have $100,000 left over, you're going to save $15,000 from the previous year.
Yeah.
Right. If you got $100,000 left over. So $300,000 is $45,000.
I think most of us pay ourselves a smaller wage, like on our W-2.
Correct.
Like I pay myself, just barely enough to pay my taxes, and I pay all of that money. Like my W-2, I don't get any money from. I actually pay all federal income taxes with it, and I try to match that up with what I feel like I'm going to have to pay at the end of the year.
Right.
And then the only money that I actually get in my bank account is for my dividend, my distributions.
Right. Which would be taxed as your K1, correct?
Yeah, that's what my
K1.
K1 will look like. So I
Right.
try to estimate what that's going to be, and and I pay myself that way. But we do it. We look backwards. So I look back at the year's prior profit, and I base my next year's dividend on that number.
That's exactly what we do.
Yep. So
I just fly by the seat of my pants. But we're kind of educating Eric on some
you
of
just
this.
take as much money as you can.
I'm a banker. You know what I mean? Like, I have this machine in the back
He
of the
lives
office.
paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, paycheck. Not exactly, but I just hit print and it prints. But
How much money we got this week? Okay, good. Perfect.
Yeah, shh. No payroll numbers.
Look, I mean, the what's going on with the tax reform is great, but there's so many underlying factors that haven't played out. We have no idea what's going to happen if these bigger corporations are going to bring their monies back. We just don't know. If that doesn't happen, I mean, this whole tax break is going to flop.
So what Doug's mentioning is called repatriation, and specifically what we're talking about is there are billions, if not trillions of dollars parked outside of the United States overseas, and this is from companies who run businesses overseas to avoid corporate taxes, because we are the highest taxed country in the developed world. So if you are, Apple, and you're making billions of dollars, why would you make it in the country getting taxed 39% when you can go over to another country and get taxed at 15%?
Right.
So the idea is they're going to supposedly have a very small tax to bring
14%.
money. What is it going to be?
14%
to bring your money over. You probably get like a year to do it, something like that. Move your money over here, start your company here. And the idea, I hate using this word, trickle down, because it has a bad connotation, but the idea is you bring in more money, it's more business, it's more for the American economy, more jobs will be created. That's the gist.
But the problem is the past 10, probably longer than that, big corporations just hoard money. And that's the biggest problem our society is dealing with right now. So a lot is riding on whether these corporations decide to do that or not.
What are they going to do with it?
I think that they're going to pay off a lot of bonds personally, because like Apple has bought many billions of dollars in bonds to afford their stock buybacks and to afford their dividend increases.
But that's what the corporations are doing. They're doing stock buybacks, which are essentially making your shareholders richer. So that's the upper 5-10%.
But they're doing that. They're not doing that with cash. They're doing that with borrowed money from bonds.
Correct.
So when they bring that money back from Ireland or wherever it was stored overseas, are they gonna buy back? Are they gonna pay off those bonds? I would have to suspect they will.
So let me draw a line in the sand. Okay, so what you guys are talking about is big business. Okay, not S corp business, in my opinion. It's more like it's C corp. It's
all C corp.
Okay,
all
C corp partnerships, like giant businesses,
multinational
Coca-Cola,
corporations,
billion-dollar companies. And I agree, they do that. But what I believe drives America are the small business owners, us four in this room right now. Our small companies is what drives middle America, drives our economy. The big guys are there, but so if you help us out, I know for me personally, if my, corporate income increases by 15%, hypothetically, I'm going to hire new people. Okay, I'm going to bring on new staff because, what is it? It takes money to make money.
Oh,
right?
yeah, we all would in this room.
So everybody in this room would. I mean, I say Erica, she's nodding her head. Absolutely. I mean, you would hire somebody new, hire a new attorney, hire a new assistant, and you would take money. Why? Because you're going to make more money with it, right?
Absolutely.
I got into it, and I'm going to wait for after the break. I'm going to tell a story when we get back about a very left-wing friend of mine, very good friend, and she's about to start her own real estate brokerage, and I'm going to tell her to listen to this show. But we had a very interesting conversation about how she felt about the tax reform, and she hates everything Trump. I'll preface it with that, but she made a very strange comment about how this might be good for her starting her new business, but it's bad for the little guy. So I want to bring up in the next
but the
segment.
little guy, I mean, anyone making 30,
Right.
what is it? What's 30? What's the first tax bracket? Like 30,000? So anyone making $30,000 or less doesn't really pay taxes.
They don't pay taxes, and that's the point that we need to bring up is who is it going to affect? What are they going to do with the money? We'll be back in just a minute. You're listening to the Business Happy Hour. Don't forget, for all your business attorney needs, get a hold of Erica Diangelo at DiangeloLaw.com, DIANGELO Law.com, and I promise I'll give her a chance to talk about her 2018 specials. And she brought us a present that I'm staring at and I keep avoiding. So tune in. We'll be back in just a minute with Erica Diangelo.
Hi, I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. Thank you for choosing us for all of your plumbing, septic, and water treatment needs. What makes us different at TampaBay Plumbers is that we're a local full-service plumbing contractor that can handle any project, large or small, including cured-in-place pipelining, septic installations, and various water treatment products. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or 24/7 by phone at 813-PLUMBER. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you. This is Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. At some point, we've all had to have a drain line snaked out. This typically involves running a steel cable through the drain line in an effort to clear a blockage. This often leaves a film of scale or buildup on the inside of the pipe with a hole in the middle. The only way to properly descale a drain line is to perform a hydrojet service. We use equipment that essentially pressure washes the inside of the pipe, leaving your drain lines free and clear. The two symptoms of a sewer backup are foul odors and slow-moving drains. If you are experiencing either of these, contact us at tampaplumber.net or 813-PLUMBER. My name is Ryan, and I'm the production manager for TampaBay Plumbers, your one-stop shop for all of your plumbing and septic needs. We pride ourselves on building the reputation as the best plumbing and septic company in the Tampa Bay area. But don't take it from me. Look us up on Google and you will see that we have a 4.8-star rating with over 100 reviews. We also have multiple awards and recognition from multiple online review sites such as Angie's List, Yelp, and Facebook. We do everything plumbing and septic, from residential to commercial, new construction to service. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER. I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. As a plumbing and septic company with over 100 years of combined experience, we know how frustrating a sewer backup can be. That is why we pride ourselves on being able to identify the cause of a problem before a backup ever happens. One of the tools we use to identify a problem in the sewer system is a video inspection camera. This camera runs through the drain line and is able to identify and locate any problems in the sewer system on a live feed. We then take that information from the live feed and are able to provide a recommendation on how to best fix the problem, oftentimes without the use of any excavation. If you are experiencing any problems with your sewer system, you can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER.
Hi, I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers, and welcome to our website. So what's different about TampaBay Plumbers? Everything is different about us. Our company does literally everything that involves plumbing, water, drainage, sewer, septic. We handle it from A to Z, which is completely different than just about every company in town. If you call a plumber, they don't do septic necessarily. Definitely if you call a septic contractor, they don't do plumbing. In addition to doing a very wide scope of services, we do them extremely well. And the reason why is our process and our people. We have spent many years perfecting our craft, and we've also spent many years finding the best people to operate our system. And we have by far the best plumbers in town. I will put my guys up against any companies, anywhere, anytime, any place. And that's just evidence in the type of quality work that we put out. Go online, look at our reviews on Google, look at our reviews on Angie's List. No one else is as highly rated as us unless they're putting bogus reviews up. But our company takes a lot of pride in what we do on a daily basis, and we hope that you give us a chance. Again, I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. Thanks a lot for visiting our site.
The Hour with Frank Coto, Ryan Pelky, and Doug Ford. Now, back to the show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. We're having some good talk in the background. here. Too bad you couldn't hear that. But before we get back into this, Erica brought us a gift. And I keep avoiding it. We're going to open it on the air. She promised me that it had nothing to do with Matt Lauer. It is appropriate for the air. Okay, but I have this button under my desk. I'm going to hit real quick and just shut the door. All right, now the door's shut automatically.
All right, the doors are locked.
No, now they're locked. They're
the
locked.
screens go down.
The screens are down. The lights just turned
The
red. It's kind of
lighting's
weird.
on.
All right, here we go. We're opening the gift. Oh my God. Look what she got us.
Nice.
The Donald Trump talking pins. Oh,
She knows us.
Oh. Wait a minute.
That one's
she
for
got
Doug.
One for Doug. She got a Hillary talking pin for Doug. Doug, I'm giving it to you right now on the air. You have to accept your gift. There you go.
You know, I have a lot of friends that would actually love this.
There you go. Hey,
Like,
it is the re-gifting season.
You know what it looks like?
Oh my God.
It looks
Erica,
like
you
Push
are
the button.
great. Hold on, let's push the button. How's it work?
Push his head down.
Hold on.
I will be the greatest president that God ever created.
Wait a minute. I thought I was the greatest president that got ever.
Oh my God. That is awesome.
Hold on.
all Hillary does is laugh.
Yeah, that's all she does.
All she does is laugh.
No way.
what she does is
Let's hear what Hillary has to say.
Oh, look at her mouth.
She looks
like the
scary.
Joker.
She looks like one of those.
Oh my God.
What's that movie where she looks like
Ventriloquist?
Yeah,
The
So-
ventriloquist.
Do it again.
Annabelle.
Do it again. That's the smartest thing I've ever heard her say.
That's a good
Wow.
one. Hold on.
That's
More-
amazing.
More knowledge.
I will
You
be.
have to do it again.
Wait.
Look, I'm really rich.
Erica, thank you so much. This is the greatest gift God ever
my buddy
created.
Jeremy is gonna love this pen.
Dude, that is awesome.
my God.
These
I
are
love it.
thank you so much for our gifts.
That was
All right.
really nice of you.
Man, that was great. That was great. So we'll finish up our tax talk. Then we got to talk some law talk over here. But the bottom line that I wanted to propose to everyone and talk about is if you are an S corp owner, you stand to have a lot more money in your pocket next year. What are you going to do with it? Okay, I'm going to potentially hire. I've already thought of a new position for my business. I think it'll help my business. Some people make the argument that the fat cats are going to put the money in their pocket. So my counter argument to bring up is, let's say you're one of those big old fat cats and you go and buy a jet. Well, the jet still has to be built. You need 2 pilots for it. You need maintenance guys. You need hangar guys. You need, gasoline. There are so many industries around the large purchases that doesn't it truly help as well when these guys make those purchases?
I mean,
Doug?
I guess it's a slow trickle down.
They trickle down. There's that word.
Like we talked about last segment, like a good sized jet, is going to cost somebody $250,000 to $600,000 a year between maintenance and fuel and pilots and everything.
Right. So when you make those purchases, I mean, let's just talk about small purchases. Let's say Erica goes and gets some new monitors for her office, for the conference room, some tables. Somebody has to build the table. Somebody has to build the TV. Now, let's hope we're not buying the Chinese TVs, Erica. But
isn't that all that's out there? I mean, come on.
It really is. Yeah.
Actually, I don't think there is a single TV that's made in the United States.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think there's any electronics made in the United States.
It now, though.
Even Apple.
Even people. They don't even make. They bring these businesses back, and now people are buying American. And we're lowering the cost. At least maybe we can compete with the cost of making these things in other countries, and we can buy American.
All I can tell you is what I would buy. I would increase my capital purchases. I'd be buying more equipment. I would finance less of it. Okay, so for me, that means I'm going to have more money in my pocket at the end of the day, and it's going to be it's more. I would love a 20 to 22% pass-through tax rate.
Right. Are you not going to expand? You're going to buy more equipment. You're going to add more employees.
Yeah, I'm going to buy more equipment. I'm going to hire more people if I can find them, and
So that's the whole gist, Erica, is that we think it's a good thing because people.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't find more people, but.
Well, the problem is these guys can't. You and I can. We have cushy office jobs.
Truthfully, I probably spend more money in marketing.
And there you go.
Fine tune the marketing. That's all I do every year.
But if you spend it on marketing, okay,
it's going to boost everything.
Exactly, and you're paying a marketing company who marketing companies have hundreds of employees. So
if they get this tax through today, we're going to explode next year. I've never been more optimistic about 2018 or any time in my career. The economy is going to absolutely explode.
I tell you what, free champagne for everyone, Erica included, at our house tonight if they pass the tax bill. And I can't get the expensive champagne until I get the tax break. But we'll have some cheap champagne.
Yeah, we'll get some cheap champagne.
We'll get some Corbel. I heard that's good stuff. Good old Corbel. Yeah, we got to look up this yacht company as well. Anyway, so Erica, let's talk for a few minutes about the business. I know you were telling me on break that in 2018 you're doing something special for your clients for new business startups.
Yeah, we're packaging some services so that it'll be more affordable for startups and small businesses who need to get their paperwork in order, because the traditional route is very expensive, and a lot of times they'll end up going the route and go into LegalZoom and maybe doing self-help routes that aren't going to be beneficial.
And they're only halfway there, things like that.
Yeah.
So give our listeners in a nutshell, what are you going to do for them? I'm Joe off the street. I'm coming in. I want to start a real estate brokerage. What do I do? What's my first step?
Okay, so we're going to be focused a little more on tech, but yes, small businesses.
I'm starting a tech brokerage.
Okay. So you need IP protection, you need formation, you need to know what your options are, which one's the best. S Corp's pretty great, as we were just talking about, but depends on the company. You need to get your non-disclosure and non-compete in order before you even start.
Operating agreement.
Oh, yeah, your operating agreement.
You're saying NDAs before you even get this stuff.
No, before you start hiring employees and they get their hands on it and they're helping you to further create whatever your product is or whatever your business is. Because what's stopping them if, you say, look, this is my great idea, we're starting from the bottom, help me with it. They're going to say, you know what, it is a great idea. See you later. And go get their buddies and, do it that route.
I never even thought about that. I guess nobody's tried to steal my my corporate what do you call it, intelligence or whatever.
Yeah.
What does he call it?
Hey, but you're like me. You're a mortgage broker. I'm a plumber, roofer. I mean, you can't really steal that.
She basically said we have no intellectual property.
No. Sorry, you guys aren't tech companies.
Wait. You have to have intellect before you get the intellectual property. That's what you go to Erica for. But no, that's awesome. So you're just gonna hold their hand from the ground up, tell them what they got to do. And I know we've looked into it. You guys are very affordable. The best part about you'll meet with people and give them advice and kind of get them down the right path, I assume, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And so you see a lot of options where you can buy a package of all your startup documents, but you don't have an attorney's assistant. So you might have some directions and guidance on how to do it that's just blanket for everyone. But if you bought a package from me that's actually affordable, you still get consultation time. You still get an explanation, and you still get the security knowing that it's actually still going to be drafted by attorney, not just a template that I said, yeah, that template will work. Looks
right. So I would tell you probably 80% of corporations in this country do not use the advice of attorneys, and they should, and they don't ever. The funny thing about attorneys, nobody calls them until they need them, right?
Yeah,
so are you seeing a uptick in tech startups in Tampa at all, or is that why you're doing that, because you see something?
Oh, absolutely. And I don't think you were here last time when I was here, and we talked about it a little bit, but just the current environment in Tampa for startups is amazing and it's exciting. And I've been here about 2 years, and I was always interested in entrepreneurship and startups and that kind of route, but I didn't know until I moved here, and I moved into Channelside. And Channelside's very heavy for small businesses and tech startups, so it's really exciting. And yeah, that's one reason. I mean, I've already been doing business law for a couple of years, but why I'm focused on that, after talking to so many people, are like, I just can't afford your legal help. Like, I can't afford to do that when I'm starting out my business. I know how much it costs to start a business, and I don't even have a tech business.
Yeah, you just did it.
Service-based business. So I know how much money it costs me, but there are certain things you just can't skimp on.
See, that's why we've had Erica on the shows, because we feel that she feels our same pain. She shares the same dream. She is a startup just like us. Let me ask you, this is a slightly personal question, but did you buy in Channelside or not?
I wish.
Okay. Well, and I brought that up because I've had a meeting with a couple high-dollar realtors recently about the Channelside area, and just kind of throwing this out there with what Vinnick's doing down there. It could be a really good investment to pick up some real estate in the Channelside area. In the next 5 years, you could see a serious appreciation.
I disagree.
Okay, let's hear it.
No, I mean, it's not that I don't disagree. It's that when you go down to Channelside area and you go outside Channelside area, are they going to move all those oil refinery,
That's
oil
the spot
tankers
that the stadium's supposed to go?
Yeah, that's over in
None of that is moving.
Are you sure? I thought
Tampa's one of the biggest shipping ports.
You're talking about Palm River area, right?
All that area, like those tankers aren't moving anywhere.
You see that from Channelside, is what he's
saying.
And
it smells. It's stinky. Every time I go on a boat outside of Channelside, I'm like, this is awful.
That's where they unload the oil.
It takes you about
from the
30 minutes to get outside a non-smelly area.
Really?
So
I
just
know
personally,
what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I live there.
I personally, I don't like, even when you go outside, like,
it's all good.
like
The
outside
bathroom-
Davis
Erica
Island.
lives in a smelly area.
Channelside does not smell.
You
She
heard it
lives
here,
there.
folks. You heard it
Time for
first.
the dogs smell.
Well, the reason why it doesn't smell because you have buildings all blocking everything. So when you get on the water on the other side, it stinks.
My building is actually on Channelside Drive, so that the back of my building faces the water. You can see all the oil and everything else like that. But
how is it looking at that stuff?
I mean, I don't look at it because I live on the opposite side.
Doug, she's on the other side of the tracks.
You're on the expensive side.
Doug, she's an attorney. Let me remind you. Anything you say can and will be.
Doug is not selling channel side real estate right
I know.
now.
Definitely not.
There goes my channel side pump and dump plan. So, well, but here, look, the bottom line is if a guy like Vinnick sees something, I mean, really
And Bill
everything.
Gates.
And Gates. If anything, everything they touch goes to gold. I mean, so
He's
I
a great owner. He's done great for Tampa Bay. I just say I personally would never live in Channelside.
Didn't they just start demoing the Channelside Plaza?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
They
there.
did.
It's
Yeah.
already gone. Half of it's already gone.
Yeah.
Half of it's gone.
Yeah.
Wow. I haven't been down there in like this whole year.
Yeah.
So.
I'm actually having my company Christmas party at Splitsville next week. Yeah, good old Splitsville.
Are you
Is it
really?
even there?
Yeah, it's still there. That side is still there. Yeah,
That's cool.
I'm invited, right?
yeah. Of course, you're the one hosting actually.
Yeah, I was going to say I would know that, but I didn't get an invite.
Yeah,
so.
neither did I, so it's all good.
No, let me put it. It's not really a Christmas party. It's
Holiday? Is it festive?
employee appreciation bowling game. Is that what it is? All right, I'm in big trouble. We're gonna have to take a break now. But anyway, we'll get back in just a minute. We'll talk a little bit about Erica and the law firm and what you can send her. Don't forget to find her on DiangeloLaw.com, DiangeloLaw.com, or 551-2484. You're listening to the Business Happy Hour. We'll be back in just a minute.
Hi, I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. Thank you for choosing us for all of your plumbing, septic, and water treatment needs. What makes us different at Tampa Bay Plumbers is that we're a local full-service plumbing contractor that can handle any project, large or small, including cured-in-place pipelining, septic installations, and various water treatment products. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or 24/7 by phone at 813-PLUMBER. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you. This is Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. At some point, we've all had to have a drain line snaked out. This typically involves running a steel cable through the drain line in an effort to clear a blockage. This often leaves a film of scale or buildup on the inside of the pipe with a hole in the middle. The only way to properly descale a drain line is to perform a hydrojet service. We use equipment that essentially pressure washes the inside of the pipe, leaving your drain lines free and clear. The two symptoms of a sewer backup are foul odors and slow-moving drains. If you are experiencing either of these, contact us at tampaplumber.net or 813-PLUMBER. My name is Ryan, and I am the production manager for Tampa Bay Plumbers, your one-stop shop for all of your plumbing and septic needs. We pride ourselves on building the reputation as the best plumbing and septic company in the Tampa Bay area. But don't take it from me. Look us up on Google and you will see that we have a 4.8-star rating with over 100 reviews. We also have multiple awards and recognition from multiple online review sites such as Angie's List, Yelp, and Facebook. We do everything plumbing and septic, from residential to commercial, new construction to service. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER. I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. As a plumbing and septic company with over 100 years of combined experience, we know how frustrating a sewer backup can be. That is why we pride ourselves on being able to identify the cause of a problem before a backup ever happens. One of the tools we use to identify a problem in the sewer system is a video inspection camera. This camera runs through the drain line and is able to identify and locate any problems in the sewer system on a live feed. We then take that information from the live feed and are able to provide a recommendation on how to best fix the problem, oftentimes without the use of any excavation. If you are experiencing any problems with your sewer system, you can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER.
Hi, I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers, and welcome to our website. So what's different about TampaBay Plumbers? Everything is different about us. Our company does literally everything that involves plumbing, water, drainage, sewer, septic. We handle it from A to Z, which is completely different than just about every company in town. If you call a plumber, they don't do septic necessarily. Definitely if you call a septic contractor, they don't do plumbing. In addition to doing a very wide scope of services, we do them extremely well. And the reason why is our process and our people. We have spent many years perfecting our craft, and we've also spent many years finding the best people to operate our system. And we have by far the best plumbers in town. I will put my guys up against any companies, anywhere, anytime, any place. And that's just evidence in the type of quality work that we put out. Go online, look at our reviews on Google, look at our reviews on Angie's List. No one else is as highly rated as us unless they're putting bogus reviews up. But our company takes a lot of pride in what we do on a daily basis, and we hope that you give us a chance. Again, I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. Thanks a lot for visiting our site.
Ryan Pelky and Doug Ford. Now, back to the show.
All right, guys, welcome back to the show. We are in our final segment. It's been a great time here with Erica Diangelo, D'Angelo Law. She just gave us the greatest gift that God has ever created. Not Donald Trump. That is the second greatest gift. It is the pen, the Donald Trump pen. One more time, if you guys didn't hear it before.
I will be the greatest president that God ever created.
Yes, thank you. Self-proclaimed. Doug shaking his head. If you're listening
He's
to the
very
radio,
bashful.
you can hear Doug shaking his head through the radio. He's shaking it so fast. All right, so, oh man, only other quick little news thing before we focus a little bit more about the business attorney side and starting corporations is this Loretta Lynch thing. I found it quite interesting. That meeting on the tarmac with Bill Clinton and Loretta Lynch. It looks like some.
The FBI actually tried to cover it up.
Yeah, tried to cover it up. Yeah, they had a note that they found emails that said we must find this guy, referring to the security guard who blew the whistle on it. Yeah, the leaker of the meeting. So it's just interesting stuff and more cool stuff coming out in the news every day.
Very sad, really, that there's that much corruption going on in our. I mean, of course,
I was saying there's always been corruption.
Yeah, but
it just comes out more and more now that we have social media.
It's pretty epic.
It is pretty epic. It is pretty good. Oh man. So going back to Erica. So you're a startup. You go to you get the right advice. You have an attorney. You're not just getting a set of papers. Honestly, the papers when I formed my corporation. I mean, I was like 22 years old. And I didn't use legal. I don't think LegalZoom was anything.
Internet wasn't even around.
Yeah, I was just saying, was the internet around? I don't know, but I'm not that old. Come on. But I did have a flip phone, I think. But
probably not.
Yeah.
StarTech. It was Motorola
StarTech.
22 years ago.
No. I was 22, so it was only 18 years ago. Yeah, Ryan would carry the bag on his backpack, and I'd be talking on the phone.
I was Frank's lackey.
Yeah, lackey. Far from it. But I started the corporation. I did my articles. I did all this stuff. I have these papers to this day. I don't even know what they are. So I probably, I could still use your advice today to even know,
The good thing about you is that you bought your partners. You don't have any equity partners.
No, not anymore. No, I bought out both my partners, so I'm good to go on that. But maybe she should review the buyout clause. Who knows?
Probably.
But the bottom line is we all need attorneys, and just like healthcare, nobody even thinks about preventative things. They don't think about the problem until it's there. Nobody thinks the word attorney until they have a legal problem. But when you're starting a business, it's a much bigger deal than like a little car accident or something like that. It's you can lose everything.
Well, successful people, they do.
Yes, that's
they
true.
do. That's one of the key differences.
So start out setting yourself up for success.
Exactly.
That's what I say.
Yeah, that's what we're really pushing to try to inform people of, so that although, they come from us 2-3 years from now, sure, we'll still help you.
Sure.
It'll just be a little bit more expensive.
Yeah, it might cost you a little more, right?
Yep.
Right. So I mean, you give the advice. Are there specific people we need to tell? Do they need to come meet you? Is it, you really only want to deal with tech people?
No, it's not that we're only dealing with tech people. I just think that the environment in Tampa, like we were just discussing, has a lot of tech startups. It just has that kind of environment. And, you have your incubators. There's multiple ones in St. Pete and Tampa.
Yep.
You have your Entrepreneur Collaborative Center with a bunch of other startups and people considering becoming a startup. So that's why I'm saying, our package is going to be focused on them because there's just a big demand for it.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that service-based startups or in anything like your plumbing company and stuff, that they need documents too. They just need a little bit different type of documents. They don't need as much intellectual property support. So the packages will be mostly geared for tech startups. But I'm a person. It's not that I'm going to say, no, I can't take care of you because you don't meet our exact package. I can just help you create a different package at affordable rate that's going to be most beneficial. Whereas you're buying something online, it's just one package fits all.
Good. That's what I wanted to know. So we can cover everybody, anybody.
She can tailor it to anybody.
Tailor it to anybody.
Absolutely.
That's
and we're talking about S Corp and saving money and how and what we would do with that. And besides hiring new employees, one thing that I would love to do for these businesses, small businesses and startups, is have a user-friendly portal that you can get one-on-one services instantaneously. You don't have to make an appointment with me. You don't have to go through all this work. You can just get answers quickly and just have all the resources sort of laid out, and it's going to cost less because you don't have to
take up the physical time.
Take up the physical time, yeah.
That's where a lot of companies are going right now. I met with a gentleman yesterday for lunch, and he's part of a company that is doing that for the medical field. There's actually a service you can pay $30 a month, and you have a doctor on call 24 hours a day anywhere in the world. And if you need a prescription, and it's not narcotics or anything like that, but if you need Z-Pack or something like that, you call, you tell them your symptoms, blah, 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 and they'll literally call in a prescription for you.
That's how my health insurance
CVS has
You're doing that?
My health insurance has that built in, so I get unlimited virtual calls to a doctor.
Yeah,
and they can prescribe
I think
those?
CVS they have the same thing.
That's amazing. Is that not crazy?
My wife can go online and you can say, hey, I have this going on, this going on. They'll say, hey, we'll take this.
How is that from an insurance standpoint? A liability? I mean, you're an attorney. Doesn't that seem like there's some liability there?
So they're actual doctors.
Right.
So you're telling them their symptoms. It's not like you just call and say, hey, I need a Z-Pack. They're going to say, okay, what are your symptoms? What's going on? Because there's a lot of things, especially women-related things, that you know what you need.
No details.
Yeah, you know what you need, but you need a doctor, and it's so expensive to actually make an appointment and go, especially when you need it that day. When you're sick, you can't wait a week for a doctor's appointment to open up.
And the cost of health care has a lot to do with taking up the doctor's time and going into the office.
That's a pretty easy diagnosis. Is you need a Z-Pack, okay. And that's what most people go to the doctor for.
Wonder how complicated it can get.
Yeah, well, at least for my insurance, they have a list of things that they'll treat you for over the phone. But anything complicated, you're going to have to actually go.
Yeah. I got this thing on my arm, Doc.
Oh, you've got cancer?
Yeah. I think it's throat cancer. I get a Z-Pack? Oh, God. Terrible. No, but it's a great idea. And I think so in other words, I love you brought up something. If this goes through, Erica's going to start the portal for people to do this. And, of course, doing something like that's an expensive thing for you to do. I mean, you're going to have to build a serious system. You're going to have people working it and things like that, and it's going to take money.
Our tech startup companies can help her.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They can help each other.
Service trade. And then Doug puts the roof on the building. Done. And when you buy the building, you know where to come for the mortgage. So I love it. Look at this, man. God, I love it. All right, so good show today, guys. Erica, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, thank you for the gift. It was the greatest gift that God ever created, besides me and Donald Trump.
I love the Hillary Clinton one.
Can we hear that one more time, Doug? Just one more time.
All she could do is laugh.
Most intelligent
Sounds like the Joker, to be honest with you.
It actually looks like the Joker. I wish you guys could see this.
It is a little creepy.
It's actually pretty much like her policy. That's what she ran on, was her policy.
Yeah, laughing at everything that Trump said.
It says it's actually Hillary's voice.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's Trump's voice.
Oh, it's definitely Trump's
voice.
voice.
Definitely Trump's voice. Nobody can sound like that.
Hey, I'm a narcissist.
that was the seventh one. I hadn't got to it. But, hey, so don't forget, if you need to find Erica, it's DiangeloLaw.com, DiangeloLaw.com, or 813-551-2484.
That was a tongue twister.
I know, right? That one got me that time. All right. You guys are listening to the Business Happy Hour on 970 and Facebook Live. Thanks for listening. Erica, thank you for coming. And we'll see you guys all next week and have a great show. Who knows who the guest is, so stay tuned.